Hello book nerds who own computers, I'm Simmer from Silver-Eyed-Fangirl and today I'm doing my top 10 influential books. These are top 10 books that influenced me while I was reading in some way or another, and I like the way that Paul and Banana's books did it, so I'm going to do it like her. I'm going to show you what book and I'm going to explain to you why it's influenced me. At number 10 is The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, and the reason this has influenced me is because it influenced me to imagine so much more, and even when my life's boring I could just imagine myself into somewhere else. Number 9 is The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, and this has been influential because this is a book that began me reading properly at a younger age. I read this when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and my mum gave me this copy, this exact copy, and said you should read this, it is a really good book. And I started reading it and I loved it, and this is the book that began my love of reading. Number 8 is Kissed by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler. This has influenced me because it shows me that love can be eternal. It just shows me how much love can conquer. And it also, this was the first book that gave me feels. Number 7 is Alice Evermore by Alison Noel. This has influenced me because mainly in the second book, Eva is trying to train herself with her powers, but it just influenced me to say, look, you won't get everything right on the first go. You got to try it over and over and over again, and then you'll get your result. At number 6 is Hush Hush by Becky Fitzpatrick. I've read this so much and it has influenced me just to think that not everything is what it seems. Number 5 is not just The Hound of the Baskervilles, but the full Sherlock Holmes series by Arthur Conan Doyle, because he was seen as, by some people, as an outcast and that he wasn't, fully there in the head. But it just influenced me by telling me, even though you're an outcast, you can be the smartest person in the whole world and you can do good things. At number 4 is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. It's not just this book that's influenced me, it's the series because of mainly Isabel. She is a very strong character, but she can be vulnerable at times. At number 3 is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Not just this book again, but the full series, because I just love how determined Tessa is in this book to find her brother and bring him back to New York. It influenced me by, if you want something and you're determined for something, just go and don't let anybody stop you. Number 2 is Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Because this influenced me because this was probably the second book after The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe that I read that brought me more into imagining everything. As I was reading this, I was imagining the Mad Hatter, I was imagining Alice, and I was imagining the Red Queen. And this really brought my imagination to life, and without these two books I wouldn't be imagining all the other books that I read today. And at number 1 is the Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer. The books influenced me it influences my life up to now, because this is the book series that brought me and my mum together, and we've become best friends since this series. And before that series, we was two separate people, but now every book I get, I go, oh look mum, this'll be good, you'd like this. And we are more than mother and daughter now, we're like best friends. And so Twilight influenced me the most by bringing me and my mother together, and that's why it's number 1 on my list. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to list your top 10 influential books, please do, and tell me in the comments and tell me what the books are and why. And so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, don't forget your local library, and keep reading. Bye!